It was a crisp autumn day when James finally made it to the small town McCook, nestled in Nebraska. His heart warmed at the thought of reuniting with his family after so many years. The quaint town, with its charming simplicity, seemed like the perfect place to escape the hustle and bustle of city life. James started realizing something different when passing by the streets of McCook, and before going to his parents' cabin, he had to stay at the Horse Creek Inn that first night of his trip, because his dad had advised not coming at night to the cabin. He felt like being watched by some guys from a red truck, so he got concerned and took a while to fall asleep. Anyway, he could get asleep waking up with beautiful and welcoming morning. While he brushed his teeth, he couldn't take his eyes off the window, spying frenetically whether or not those guys from the day before were still around. As James rode to his family farm once more, the red truck continued to trail his cab, leaving him feeling increasingly uneasy and rattled. He reached for his phone, intending to snap a photo of the truck, but just as suddenly as it had appeared, the truck ceased its pursuit and vanished into the foliage-lined streets. James sighed in relief, donned his headphones, and focused on calming his nerves. After some hours getting into the wild, and now chilling in his family's cozy cabin, the vibe of the get-together didn't last long. There was this weird, quiet vibe hanging around until his dad started talking about some dudes in the city who go around messing with innocent folks. As he told the stories, it was like you could picture it all. Dark alleys where these guys hid, waiting to mess with regular people. The fire in the fireplace seemed to get wilder, making the whole scene sort of scary. The family was glued to his dad's words, forgetting the weird tension for a bit as they imagined this scary world outside their cozy cabin. By the time the stories were done, everyone in the family realized together that their safe spot in the cabin wasn't a guaranteed against the dangers lurking outside. James decided to investigate the rumors that haunted the peaceful town. He started asking around discreetly, careful not to attract attention. The more he dug, the clearer it became that a shadowy group operated in the shadows, terrorizing the community. Days turned into nights as James navigated the chilling labyrinth of secrets that concealed the malevolent deeds. The air was thick with fear, and every creak of the floorboards seemed to whisper the danger that lurked in the darkness. He found himself entangled in a web of deceit that threatened not only his own safety but the well-being of everyone he held dear. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, James sensed a pair of eyes watching him from the shadows. Paranoia tightened its grip around him, and every rustle of leaves seemed to announce the approaching danger. He quickened his pace, desperate to escape the unseen pursuers. The distant sound of footsteps echoed behind him, synchronized with the pounding of his heart. Panic set in as he realized the gravity of the situation. James was being hunted, not by supernatural entities, but by fellow humans consumed by malevolence. Desperation fueled him to take risks he never imagined. The moonlit nights became his cloak, and the dense woods his refuge. Each step he took was haunted by the fear of being discovered, and every twig that snapped beneath his feet sent shivers down his spine. The pursuit intensified, and James found himself running through the rugged terrain, guided only by the flickering moonlight. The once familiar mountains now harbored unseen dangers, and every shadow seemed to morph into a lurking threat. Exhaustion clawed at him, but the fear of the unknown pushed him forward. He stumbled upon a dilapidated cabin, hidden deep within the woods. It provided temporary respite from the relentless chase. Alone and vulnerable, James strategized his next move, contemplating whether to confront the evil that lurked in the shadows or to continue evading the impending danger. The night wore on, and the peaceful place became both sanctuary and prison. As the first light of dawn painted the horizon, James made a bold decision. Armed with newfound courage, he ventured back into the town, counting on his luck to not be found. Upon reaching downtown, he swiftly dialed his father's number, urgently seeking assistance to extricate himself from McCook. Though he never encountered those individuals again, he vowed never to venture back into the rugged expanses of Nebraska.